Own nothing, control everything comes into a very simple thing, which is you don't want to own anything because anything you own, you can be sued or taxed out of. So, in order to avoid that challenge, which you can avoid it, you would put yourself in a position where you don't own assets, but they're controlled by you.
So I do tell people that all the time when they say I own my house. I say stop paying your taxes. Let's see how long you own it for.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I
Exactly.
get exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
But continue. I just want to throw that out there
Yeah,
for the
no,
audience.
that's very true. Because say you own a property and you don't even have a mortgage on it at that point, but you don't pay the property tax, depending on how the property is held.
Or which state you live in.
Yes, depending on what state you live in or how the property is held, the property could be taken from you very, very easily. Whereas there are ways that we work with families that they can still control the property and it would be perpetuated from generations and they wouldn't have to worry about those liabilities, even a property tax. If it's a family estate, it's truly supposed to be passed down for generations and avoid that liability, especially if we've paid into that county for years. But once again, most families don't have that education.
So where can they find it? Like, how can they find a course, a video, or even a book to help them get started?
Well, I mean, you can check out our YouTube channel, The Vault, on YouTube, The Vault Podcast.
Link
for sure.
will be at the bottom.
Yeah. Thank you for sure for checking out The Vault. That's one of the better resources that you can find out here. Of course, you're just going to get into that. Remember, I'm in a sector where it's called private. So it's not a lot of information or a lot of individuals on the internet sharing the information, and it's specifically the accurate information about it. So resources are going to be very minimal. It's like, have you ever heard the saying, if you want to hide something from someone, to put it in a book?
Of course.
You know who they say to hide stuff from, to put it in the book. So once again, a lot of this information that we're talking about is at the law library. Like, for example, if you're in the entertainment law, you would go down to the law library, which every county in the United States has a law library. You can go to the law library and study up on entertainment law. So when you're having a conversation with your entertainment lawyer and you're negotiating your entertainment contracts, you're aware of what that state allows and doesn't allow, especially if you're in the public when it comes to your entertainment business. So those are just small things to have a better conversation in business as an artist with your lawyer, just as a start. And that's something that we facilitate and encourage our clients to do.
For sure. I have a little, I played around with the sovereign thing. I had a little case,
Okay.
I tried it out. So I kind of get an idea of where you're going with it.
Okay.
I want to ask you this. So do you feel like you're giving people a way out?
Giving people a way out? Yeah,
Like,
sure.
let's say,
Harriet
like,
Tubman,
you're
for
in-
sure.
Like, let's say I'm in $100,000 debt and I just feel like I can't come back from this. Is your program going to give them a way out from that?
I would tell someone our business isn't about debt. Our business is about making money.
So it's more of a revenue stream.
Correct. It's
Okay.
focused on controlling your revenue stream too. If somebody were to ask, because you should already be making money. If somebody comes to us and they say they're not making money, then they're not our client.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when one of the guys I saw on your channel that you interviewed, I can't remember his name, he said that you won't have to change your finances or your habits.
Correct.
So can you kind of break that down for me? How can somebody change their lifestyle without changing their habits?
So the one habit that you would change is you would start using the policy that he's talking about, right?
Okay.
Right. But it's not a drastic change. It's just you following the simple instruction of doing one or two things. So it's not a drastic change in your life. But for the most part, you're supposed to keep making money the same way, and you can use that policy for that reason. But yeah.
Okay, I see what you said.
Okay. Yeah. You're not really going to have to go get more money to use the policy. You're just going to use the policy.
So it's kind of like a external revenue stream that makes money, like crypto. Like it
but there's
over time.
Well, remember, crypto's been around for maybe 10, 15 years, 20 years.
Yeah, I wish
Insurance has been around for over 300. It's a little bit safer bet. So it's a little different. That's the benefit of those vehicles. They're sophisticated vehicles. They're old vehicles, but why wouldn't you? Who doesn't want guaranteed 30?
Well, I fixed the tire.
Yeah. Who doesn't want that? you know.
No, I get it. I was just making sure.
Yeah.
So is there anything that we didn't go over that you want the fans to know regarding your services, or even just what you got coming up? I know you speak at events. I saw the video of you in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
Do you got any upcoming conferences or anything?
I would suggest just anybody to tune into the channel, the YouTube channel, Default. If they want to reach out via email, christian@trustchristian.com. We have a very personalized service. It's not, just broad in scope. We're not looking for everybody as a client. It's a very specific clientele. People that are entrepreneurs, they are generating revenue. Somebody says, well, when do you need a trust? Or how do you know you need a trust? Well, you know you need a trust because you have an asset that you're looking to protect. That's how you know you have a trust. That's why you know you need a trust, because you're looking to protect an asset.
And that's why Donald Trump won, because he doesn't want to defund the police. People want to protect their stuff. So
yeah, so
sure.
It's the police. You want to protect the house. You want to protect the business. Those are going to be the ideal clientele. And so yeah. And the biggest thing I would say is to anybody that has a dream, to dream big, and to actually study business and to go into business for yourself, and be willing to take a risk and fail at all times.
And what was the inspiration behind the Vault? Like, what made you choose that as your main brand?
Well, because when you go into a trust, it's supposed to be a secret, and usually in that environment, it's secrets or treasured or valuable things are going to be in your vault. The trust is in the vault. Properties in the vault.
Cash.
Cash, gold, silver, every valuable possessions should be inside of a vault. So we have those conversations on how to protect those assets inside of the vault. You have those conversations. We come into the vault. We may talk about protecting the yacht. We may talk about protecting family heirlooms. We maybe talk about protecting family images over the internet. I mean, as we move further into the AI era, protecting your family images is already an issue. So, how do we help people protect their family assets, such as their family images, in the era that we're in? So, yep.
I'm going to clip that.